recently rewatched all of the Scary movies, and honestly, I didn't even know there was a fifth. And honestly, I kind of wish there wasn't a fifth. When the original Scary Movie was released, I was still playing RuneScape on my mom's dial-up internet, and other than the "What's up? What's up?" it had been long forgotten. So as the Pennsylvania leaves get crispy, I figured now would be a great time to get YouTube and all of you guys together and we can revisit the first Scary Movie, one of the greatest parody movies of all time. So without further ado.
Hello? What's your favorite scary movie?
What if it's a big knife?
Jesus! Scary Movie 1 cold opens with the parody of one of the greatest opening scenes of all time, Scream. Drew Decker receives a phone call from the killer, and right away the movie sets the tone for like the next 90 minutes. Slapstick comedy, satire, and straight up sex appeal.
I farted. I didn't think you would hear me.
And considering the intro's length, it's honestly impressive how many jokes they squeeze into this intro sequence. Everything from the games the killer plays with her to Wes Craven's popcorn suspense.
What's yours?
Drew Decker, aka Carmen Electra, aka
Nice breasts.
she plays the spicy dumb blonde part pretty well and even breaks the fourth wall to reference her own real-life Playboy spreads.
I want to see what your insides look like.
Well, then turn to page 54.
Oh. Hey, nice.
It's actually such a good joke. Also, I was today years old for some reason when I realized that Drew Decker was named after Drew Barrymore from Scream. She activates her silicone defense mechanisms, and that's definitely all for the YouTube overlords today. I'm not trying to wait tables for another 10 years. At last, we get to meet our main character played by Anna Faris. Her character name is Cindy, but I'll probably alternate between the two because honestly, Anna Faris is just fun to say. Anna Faris. And despite being a crackhead, her father's pretty lovable. He's kind of like if Heisenberg had half the game plan, but then ate half of his supply.
Baking soda, not baking powder, because baking powder guys will have muffins growing out of their nose.
Yeah.
Anna Faris somehow manages to look like a toddler deepfake, and it's somehow both creepy and impressive.
You've loved that joke since you were 2 years old.
It's a wholesome joke. Then we get a little soft serve makeout session like every great 2000s comedy, but this one aged itself before my time. Can't say I've ever been a Dawson's Creek fan.
Wrong set.
I feel like that's like if Elf got a sequel, and please don't ever give Elf a sequel, but instead of Miles Finch's character, it's straight up played by like Tyrion Lannister, and you won't like him when he's an angry elf.
Say that word again.
Before the scene ends, we're shown in great detail just how abstinent she is. And hell, if Alan Grant had those panties, he probably could have prevented some deaths at the Jurassic Park. Abstinence in this movie does continue to be a key issue. Not a big fan of it, but movies got a motive. Next, these grown-ass adults go to high school.
How do you do, fellow kids?
What?
And it's here where we meet the dynamic duo and this skank named Buffy.
I can bring home the bacon. I can even cook.
Buffy's actually amazing. I recognize her for similar reasons from her American Pie series, but it's great that they give her a chance to do some acting in this movie. And another thing that I never really realized was how important this scene was, where the reporter lady kills virgin Justin Timberlake.
A brutal killing spree that left one teen dead. That's it. 2 teens dead.
But I'll wait to spoil the ending of this 23-year-old movie. And now that the main cast of this movie has been assembled, it's going to start doing what every globalist company does on the 1st of June.
You got the $50?
And for every gay joke, I will take a drink of the most masculine liquor ever created. A raunchy comedy from 2000s? How bad could it be?
Hey, yo, dog. Does this shirt make me look gay?
I'm fucked.
What about now?
Nah.
MAGA Bobby shows up late to the Friends fountain even though his trailer's parked right next to it, and apparently Dead Drew's character had a brother named Steve because Ray seems to remember him fondly.
Long hair, pretty little mouth, perfect ass. That was her. Nah, I was talking about Steve.
And with my body temperature rising quickly, Anna Faris transitions us into the second big parody of the movie, I Know What You Did Last Summer. While MAGA Bobby drives the group around like an Uber driver, he continuously, relentlessly makes sexual advances on his female passenger, like an Uber driver. MAGA Bobby can't go 5 minutes without peer pressuring Anna Faris into adult favors, but the only thing getting head is that beehive. And before it can even enjoy the moment, they hit a man with their car.
Oh my god, we hit a boat!
Where's the foot?
Freaking love Buffy.
We have to call the police.
No way.
They know if they go to jail, they'll be a piece of meat.
Hey, you're right, Cindy. Maybe we should call the police.
It's been 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Part of me actually really loves this scene where they hit the guy with the car and they think he's dead, but he keeps getting up and getting knocked out again. It reminded me of that one episode of SpongeBob where they kill the health inspector, except for this happened 2 years before that episode. Fun fact.
I'll get his arm. I'll grab his other arm.
I'll grab his ass.
You know what? I'll let that one slide. He was just trying to help. Even the weight distribution. So they shove him in the trunk of the car, drive to some boat docks, and they do what anybody would do if they think they just killed a man. Frickin' rob him blind.
I want the jewelry. I'm gonna take his drawers.
I'll take his credit card. I'll take his drawers. Greg Bart Simpson's Anna Faris right in front of her boyfriend, and MAGA Bobby is probably the worst boyfriend in the world for letting it happen in front of him. The flashback ends, we're back at the fountain, and hello drunk I need to. While we're back at school, the reporter lady meets Special Officer Doofy and promptly lures him into her white van. Where the hell were these reporters when I was 25 years old? A little bit later shows Anna Faris just sitting in class where she finds a threatening note on her desk. And I love how 90s this entire scene feels with the hot dog. I feel like the only thing missing is a shirtless Chris Farley just like pinching his nipples in the background. Oh, rest in peace, Chris Farley. But then she gets a second note on her desk that just says, "Bitch, I'm talking about the guy you killed." And once again, they softball this silly joke into a home run. That's what I'm talking about. This movie's so good. It's written like sketch comedy and somehow the plot just keeps flowing. Even the exposition is turned into full-on skits and it still has better pacing than the modern MCU.
I will kill for you, Megan Thee Stallion.
Dial it back.
I'm not saying it's the greatest movie from the early 2000s. The butterfly effect is. But it's no wonder that this movie made almost $300 million on a $19 million budget. Disney live-action remakes could never. Anyways, Doofy poops his pants.
I got poopy.
The football team hits the showers.
Shower up.
Yes!
And the next victim is harassed with a note. Instead of "I know what you did last summer," it's just a note that says "I know," and it's a picture of Greg's micropenis. And I can't show you this scene on YouTube, but to give you an idea.
Yeah, it's like that one grape in the bunch that never got to be a grape.
A small dick's like a disability, man. How would you make fun of a guy in a wheelchair, huh?
So small PP Greg confronts Anna in the group, and Anna's like,
Greg, you're not the only one who got one.
he's like, "Bobby has a baby dick too?" And she's like, "No, I was talking about the note."
I got one too.
And then he beats the shit out of her again. So almost halfway into a slasher movie and only one person is dead. And I'm starting to wonder, where's all the action? Turns out the action's been in Buffy's bedroom. During the Miss Teen pageant, Buffy goes on stage to do an acting monologue, and she's pretending that in the balcony above everybody, her boyfriend or somebody she cares about is just being stabbed to death by a killer.
Go, Greg!
In fact, it's so believable that she wins the contest instantly.
I won? They're calling your name. Go!
Buffy, what happened? What about Greg?
Oh, fuck Greg! I won! Congratulations! Out of my way, loser!
Wait, somebody was actually stabbed to death? Wait, and nobody around saw or heard anything? Wait, Small Peepee dead? Buffy may have won the event, but without the woman beating Small Peepee around anymore, we all win. Ding! And we keep winning, because next we get my personal favorite scene in the entire movie. Anna Faris in the bath, shaving her legs and tongue. You know, girl stuff. The phone rings, the killer's close, but where could he be?
I'm in the house.
I freaking love this scene. The little foot kicking behind the couch. The slapstick staircase bit. And the police respond faster than the American government when a foreign country needs $1. So now Anna Faris thinks MAGA Bobby could be the killer. And if I don't shut up and play the most iconic scene of year 2000, I won't be able to say, please subscribe to my channel and help me get to 10K subscribers before the end of this year. This is the reason why you're here.
Yo.
What's up?
Absolute classic. So MAGA Bobby's locked up now, but even while he's locked up, the killer calls again. So it couldn't be Bobby. He was in jail.
No! He called me last night.
Yeah, so you see, it could have been me. I was in jail last night, remember?
That's what I just said.
The killing of these teenagers has been tragic, but, hey, you know, shit happens.
Greatest presser ever, dude. The year is 2023, and I can no longer show or comment on this next scene, so please, in the comments below, tell me if you think this one aged well. Hey, Taco.
Come in, Jerry. Have a seat. Take off your bra if you'd like. Sometimes those secrets come back to haunt us.
Yes, I do, Miss Man.
Fun fact, apparently the school's name is B.A. Corpse High School. Be a corpse. Good one. So we've already seen Buffy showcase her acting skills, but what if she's confronted by the killer, but she knows she's on a movie set? Perhaps she will give us the greatest acting of her entire life. Or perhaps it'll be her last.
Very funny. Lose the cape. It's way too 90s horror.
I love this actress so much. Shannon Elizabeth, I'm surprised she didn't get more famous after this.
So is this where I'm supposed to bleed? Eek! Eek!
Break a leg, Buffy!
There you go, Mr. Scary Killer. I'm panicking now.
Okay, now we can spoil the ending. Have you ever seen Nightcrawler?
Will this be on television?
Morning news. If it bleeds, it leads.
It's a movie with Jake Gyllenhaal where he's like an independent journalist and he tries to get to the crime scene as early as possible so he can film the crime scenes before the actual news crews get there. That way he can cash it out, get his money shot, get out of there, right? So he becomes super obsessed with his work to the point where he starts getting darker and crazier and just obsessed with it. You can imagine how it goes downhill from there. That's basically Gale's character arc, right? I feel like Gale is the Nightcrawler.
Oh, yeah.
If not the Night Swallower.
Gale swallows.
That movie came out 14 years after Scary Movie 1. So after Gale gets her money shot in the parking lot, she runs into the woods, found footage style like Blair Witch Project. And honestly, this scene's gross, Dad.
This was my interview. My story.
You guys miss Brenda? I miss Brenda. Brenda and Ray go to the movie theaters, but he gets distracted and ends up in a restroom stall with a nice hole of glory. Because of course he does. So Brenda's by herself trying to watch this movie, and they're exaggerating the stereotype of being loud in a movie theater. So my favorite part of this scene is Brenda just pulls out this old school Samsung Handycam, and she's just full on going Karen on these people.
Yeah, I got you. I got you on camera.
This movie was ahead of its time. But rules are rules. If anybody spoils a movie in the movie theater,
Hey, girl, I'm in the movie. Shake a spin.
For the watch.
This is for
talking! For the fugitive!
do you guys remember keg parties before cell phones and TikTok? Because I remember keg parties before cell phones and TikToks. Anna Faris has the best wink in Hollywood, and I'll die on that hill.
I want to go upstairs. There's something I want to show you. Yeah.
So the young old couple go upstairs and have a Yoshi fight, I assume. I can't tell who's winning. And alas, a lesson for all of my younger viewers to take away. If the girl of your dreams is playing hard to get, peer pressure her relentlessly, get her drunk, and get her in front of a camera crew. The more you know. I'm kidding, Susan.
I see dead people.
Man, this shit is awesome.
Shorty makes a Sixth Sense reference and then promptly makes a bong out of a fish tank. Say what you want about Shorty, but that man is resourceful. Now I'm just imagining a show like Naked and Afraid, but it's just Shorty in the wilderness. Hey, Discovery Channel. You're welcome.
Oh, shit.
Pass him the fish tank? Pass him the fish tank. Finally, MAGA Bobby and Anna Faris.
Him and her got it on. Woo-wee!
And she doesn't know what to do. She's never done this before. She's not Miss Fellatio. So Bobby starts instructing her that it's just like consuming a Tootsie Pop. And just like the commercials,
let's find out. 1, 2, 3.
I never could wait to get to the chewy middle.
do you think they were paid by Tootsie Roll Industries? Is this big Tootsie propaganda? I don't know, but it's working. Fun fact. I posted a short of this next scene and it got my entire main channel kicked from the YouTube Partner Program. I'm not even kidding. I'm banned till February. So this video is going to make absolutely no money. So if you want to help me, comment below, share this video with any of your old friends who like to watch old 90s movies. I'd really, really appreciate it. Maybe at the very least, I can grow the channel a little bit while I'm banned. And speaking of growing, Bobby and Cindy are finally getting it on. So to celebrate, I'll start calling them by their names again. It doesn't show any actual nudity, but for whatever reasons, YouTube does not like those panty gags. Just try to imagine that Bobby goes down on her and it looks like she's smuggling Brooke from One Piece in her panties. Bobby don't like that. So Bobby starts giving Brooke a haircut.
Yo, yo.
And after what seems like an eternity, the time has come. And so has Bobby. It looks something like this and this.
I want it now.
Put them together. That's what it looks like right there. The killer starts dropping freestyles upstairs, because of course he does.
Bitch. Whoa.
Sorry, that was next month's video.
I'm gonna slash and gash, cut another hole in your ass. I spill blood on the walls, then play tennis with your balls. Peace.
Yo.
Frickin' bars, dude. Like, that dude should be behind bars.
You can't keep getting away with it!
Cindy and Bobby are now having a heart-to-heart, but he accidentally lets it slip that Buffy and Greg are dead, and Cindy wasn't there for that. So she is completely shocked. She has no idea, and before she could be like, no way, oh my god.
Oh my god! Bobby, turn around!
The real killer just casually walks through the door like a Saturday Night Live guest. Mind you, this was 23 years ago when Saturday Night Live was actually funny. He attacks Bobby while Cindy gets away. Cindy grabs a gun and later gives it to Bobby. And Bobby just starts dropping lure bombs, man. His mom puts ketchup on her spaghetti. It's almost as gross as the nose scene. Oh, and Bobby and Ray teamed up to stab some bitches. I honestly appreciate this reveal because as unserious as this movie is, they could have made the killer like the person who previously held the Guinness Book of World Records for the world's smallest penis, but he's going on a rampage because Greg took everything from him, right? But instead they just make it abstinence. as long as it fits, right? Unlike Greg. So Bobby's master plan was to kill Cindy and her father, and then take turns stabbing himself and Ray to make it look like the original serial killer did it, but they got away. Which also means that this movie M. Night Shyamalan does with a twist inside a twist.
What a twist!
Bobby says he's gay, Ray says he isn't. And then we get the greatest fourth wall break of this entire movie.
You've seen one too many TV shows!
No! The Wayans Brothers was a good show, man!
And while Bobby's bleeding out on the ground, the real killer pops up like a Harry Potter Papa Pow and then just stabs him through the back.
Ain't nobody stabbing me.
And then he falls, questionably, but he's not gay. And now the final fight scene. Cindy versus the killer. I like The Matrix like everybody else back in the day, but it is probably the most overdone parody of all time. I can't think of anything else that has been redone more than The Matrix fight scenes. So as much as I don't like that, gotta give him props for the throwing out the back part. It's pretty funny. Cindy Showtime kicks the killer through the window like Anthony Pettis.
Think of a better way to bring down the curtain.
And when the police show up, her dad kills it with another great one-liner.
And the sick bastard planted drugs all in the house there, all over the place.
That joke gives me so much Leslie Nelson vibes, and I honestly cannot wait for the third movie. While Cindy's talking to the sheriff, he tells her there's no way the killer is the guy they killed with their car, so the I know what you did last summer plot has gone full circle. This only leaves one suspect, one who has been there the whole time, and one that has remained undetected. This is one of the top 10 greatest cinematic reveals of all time.
Doofy!
Shithead?
Doofy is an absolute Chad. And also, unfortunately, one of my biggest complaints, because after Doofy gets in the car with Gail and they sail off into the proverbial sunset, but we never see this bitch again. Doofy got in that convertible and just ditched the next 4 movies. I want to know if it was like contract reasons or they just didn't want to stick with the same story, but if you guys know why they never used Doofy again or his actor, please let me know. I never realized how good Scary Movie 1 was, not just as a comedy, but as a movie. A lot of the jokes land and the plot is somehow rock solid. What part of this movie has stuck in your head over the last 23 years? You're going to work, you're hanging out with friends, but you just have that one scene that pops in your head. What is it? And would you like me to revisit the rest of the movies in this series? There are 5 total movies, even though only 4 are worth talking about. And YouTube seems to be pretty short on classic 2000s content, so if you like anything from Adam Sandler to a goofy movie, feel free to check out some of the other video essays on my channel and subscribe so you know when I can finally get paid again. As always, thanks for watching.